Taylor Swift wrapped her arms around Travis Kelce, pressing a soft kiss to his cheek as they exited the glowing doors of a Manhattan restaurant, laughter trailing in their wake as camera flashes exploded in the night. 2 evenings in a row, they'd been seen weaving through New York's electric avenues, their hands intertwined, sharing moments that made the city feel like theirs alone. Taylor leaned into Travis, her head tilting up to catch his smile, the chemistry undeniable as they paused for another quiet embrace before stepping into a waiting car. On this second date night, Taylor was a vision. Dressed in a striking all-black ensemble that turned heads, her tailored top tucked neatly into a velvet miniskirt, tall boots hugging her legs, and a glossy black handbag swinging close to her side. Travis matched her energy, sporting a charcoal tee and dark boots, his brown jacket and matching trousers giving him an easy confidence as they strolled together. The night before, they'd been spotted hand in hand, leaving the Polo Bar as fans snapped photos and whispered excitedly, realizing they were witnessing the unfolding romance of two superstars. Social media buzzed with new images, candid shots of Taylor's laughter, Travis reaching for her hand, the pair radiating a warmth that had nothing to do with the city lights. Their story, though, runs deeper than these public glimpses. After 2 years of quietly building a partnership away from the limelight, Taylor and Travis made headlines in August by announcing their engagement with a playful Instagram post. "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," Taylor wrote, her caption floating above a carousel of photos. Travis on bended knee in a garden he'd secretly had built for the occasion, Taylor's eyes wide with surprise. The proposal had been weeks in the making, Taylor revealed later on a late-night talk show, where she laughed about how Travis had managed to keep the plan a secret, even as they recorded a podcast episode together. "He pulled out all the stops," she said, giving him a perfect score for creativity and romance. Subscribe for more sweet moments and exclusive updates. As wedding planning began, sources close to the couple shared that Taylor and Travis wanted something intimate. No flashy spectacle, just a heartfelt ceremony surrounded by family and friends. Taylor dove into researching venues and dreaming up details, relishing the chance to add her personal touch. The big day, insiders hinted, would likely arrive in early 2026, though the exact location and date remained closely guarded. Both wanted the celebration to reflect their genuine connection rather than their public personas, with no interest in a celebrity-packed extravaganza. Taylor especially was determined to keep the guest list meaningful, inviting only those who truly mattered. Friends described them as grounded and approachable, two people who happened to be famous but valued privacy and authenticity above all else. Their romance began quietly in the summer of 2023. From the start, they balanced the demands of fame with the rhythms of an ordinary couple, nights spent cooking together, inside jokes whispered during walks, comfort found in each other's company after long days. Nearly a year into their relationship, Taylor released her 11th studio album, The Tortured Poets Department. Fans immediately speculated about certain tracks, convinced that the lyrics hinted at her connection with Travis. By the time her 12th album, The Life of a Showgirl, dropped in October, the tributes were unmistakable. Songs like The Fate of Oilia Wood and Elizabeth Taylor painted vivid portraits of devotion, admiration, and the adventures they shared. Away from the spotlight, Taylor found joy in life's quieter moments. Once, she stood before her dressing room mirror, studying her reflection as she carefully applied lipstick, her focus broken only when Minnie Mouse appeared at her side. Taylor wrapped Minnie in a warm hug, then waved goodbye, the delight of childhood magic still strong in her heart. She joked about her height, saying it wasn't until she met another tall woman that she realized how rare it was to look someone directly in the eye. "It's something you forget until you're face to face," she laughed, recalling how she usually looked down at everyone else. Among her family, Taylor was affectionately called D, a nickname she'd chosen for herself simply because babies tended to say the D sound first. "I doubled my initial," she explained once, "just to make it stick." There was always a playful debate about whether D or Dada would come first, a good-natured rivalry woven into family tradition. During a recent family visit, her niece Bennett approached and, with a mischievous grin, asked, Now, what's her name again? Taylor couldn't help but laugh. Kids had a way of keeping things real. Of all her nieces, she said Wyatt reminded her most of her brother Jason. She remembered a magical day at Walt Disney World. After meeting Ariel in her cove, Wyatt turned and softly whispered, "You're my favorite princess." Taylor, overwhelmed, slipped on her sunglasses to hide her tears. "I'm tearing up just thinking about it," she confessed. To Taylor, Disney World was as much for the parents as the kids. She said she always cried at least 3 times during each trip, moved by her children's reactions to the magic all around them. She described the thrill of seeing a child's face light up with wonder, whether they were hugging a favorite character or bravely hopping on a new ride. Every visit was filled with laughter, inside jokes, and family catchphrases, shouts of "Sup!" and "Yo, stop broke!" echoing through the park as they made memories together. As Taylor and Travis continued to live their lives, fans couldn't help but call out whenever they spotted the pair, "Taylor, we love you!" and "Hey, Travis," reminding them that their love story was being watched and cheered on by people everywhere. Yet despite the attention, the couple managed to carve out a world of their own, one built on trust and a willingness to be themselves. The engagement had been a fairy tale, but their everyday life was what mattered most. Late-night dinners, early morning walks, and the easy comfort of knowing they had each other to lean on. The anticipation for the wedding grew with each passing week, but Taylor and Travis were in no rush. The joy for them was in the journey, not the destination. Their story was a tapestry of quiet mornings, playful banter, and bold declarations of love made not for an audience but for each other. As they walked hand in hand through the city, the world watching, their connection deepened, strengthened by every shared secret and every new adventure. Taylor's albums continued to chart their story, each lyric a reflection of the life they were building together. Fans analyzed every note, searching for glimpses of Travis in her music and finding them in the lines about loyalty, laughter, and partnership. Even as their fame grew, Taylor and Travis remained dedicated to the things that mattered: family, friends, and the simple magic of ordinary days. Subscribe for more glimpses into their journey together. In quieter moments, Taylor would recall the little things that made her relationship with Travis special. The way he would reach for her hand in a crowded room, the jokes they shared that no one else understood, the comfort of his embrace after a long day. She cherished the memories they created on their travels, from spontaneous trips to hidden cafes in the city to cozy nights spent watching movies at home. The world may have seen only the highlights, but for Taylor, it was the in-between moments, the laughter in the kitchen, the sleepy mornings, the promises whispered in the dark, that truly mattered. Travis, for his part, often spoke about how Taylor inspired him. He admired her creativity and resilience, the way she brought joy to everyone around her. He loved watching her interact with children, seeing the way her face lit up when she made them laugh. He was proud of her accomplishments, but prouder still of the person she was away from the cameras: kind, generous, and fiercely loyal. Together, they navigated the ups and downs of their public lives, always making time for each other. They supported each other's dreams, celebrated each other's victories, and offered comfort during setbacks. They were partners in every sense, building a life based on respect, trust, and a deep, abiding love. As they looked to the future,